It's time to get a little bit smoky in here with the Mezcal Negroni. Hey everybody, it's me, Eric, and I am making a lot of drinks this year. In fact, 100 is my goal for the year 2020, and if you want to see all of my drinks, hit subscribe down below, the bell icon, get notified anytime I post new stuff. Today, we are doing a little bit of mezcal. Now, I have never, in all of my episodes, made a drink with mezcal. Plenty of tequila cocktails, however, none involving the wonderful mezcal. And if you're curious, I plan on doing a video of a comparison of the two, but if you are curious, the main difference between mezcal and tequila is one, the type of agave that's used. Tequila is only the blue Weber agave. You know, think of agave like you would apples. There's a ton of different varieties out there. Blue Weber being just one of many. Mezcal can be made from any combination of agave plant. And the other thing would be the process by which the agave plant is cooked. Basically, tequila, they take the Pina, which is the heart of the agave, and steam it in ovens, whereas mezcal is actually kind of cooked on, wood and lava rock. It's almost smoked, if you would, and it has a much more smoky flavor to it as opposed to tequila. The water gets a little muddy with that, though, because technically, by definition, tequila is a type of mezcal, but it's not traditionally labeled as such just because. Kind of like how bourbon's a whiskey, but you call it a bourbon instead of a whiskey. It gets a little bit crazy. I'm not going to get into that here. But this is a play on a popular drink, the Negroni, which of course is a gin drink, one that I've made in the past if you're interested in watching that. Mezcal's great for substitutions. We use it a lot, substituting gin or vodka, even tequila in many drinks. It adds a smokiness to it if you're trying to spice up drinks. Okay, that's enough of me yammering on about mezcal. If you want a more further history, I will do a little video down the road. But let's talk about what we're going to put in this cocktail. Starting off with, of course, the mezcal. This is a Del Maguey Vida. This comes from Oaxaca, which does not look like it sounds at all. A certain region of Mexico. And the agave comes from there and everything. From what I understand, I'm not an expert here, but the reviews all say this is a great mixer, not necessarily something you want to have neat, but it goes well with mixer. It's a good beginner mezcal just based on the price point and the taste. So I think this was about $39, which in mezcal is actually one of the cheaper ones. We are going to use some Sweet Vermouth. Sweet Vermouth. This is a French vermouth. You could get away with an Italian if you want as well. Totally your call. Whatever you feel mixes well with it. And we're going to finish up with Campari. Campari is traditionally the bitter agent that is used in a Negroni. Some people use different things like Aperol. There's other various bitters, but basically this is a red bitter liqueur from Italy, and it is the primary ingredient, the primary bitter ingredient that's used in a Negroni. So to get started, we are going to be stirring this drink. So stirring glass here, nice spoon is what we're going to need. It's going to be equal parts, very much so. So starting off with the mezcal, it's going to be an ounce of our mezcal into the shaker glass. I will do the Campari next. And once again, an ounce of Campari. And we'll finish off with our Sweet Vermouth. An ounce of our Sweet Vermouth as well. Alright. Now, personal tastes, if you want to add some orange bitters or some other types of bitters in there, be my guest, but a traditional Negroni does not have that. It's kind of like an old-fashioned. Feel free to customize. I'm going to put a little bit of crushed ice in here, and I'm going to stir this. Got a little crazy there. I think I lost a couple cubes of ice. So, an old-fashioned glass will work just fine. I'm going to put a couple cubes in here. Nothing spectacular, just a couple decent cubes of ice. 3, I like the number 3. We'll go with that. And, I'm just going to strain this off over the top. The color of a Negroni is great. I love it. I don't know. There's something about a classic drink like a Negroni that I just really love. And we're going to cut an orange into a wheel. And this is going to be the garnish. Very nice. That is a Mezcal Negroni. Yeah! I like it. Like I said, I like the classic drinks, and this is just a nice little twist on a classic drink. Should have a really nice smoky texture to it. You can even smell the smokiness. It's a mix of sweetness and backyard barbecue. That is unique. That is very unique. It's interesting because it starts sweet. It has a bitterness in the middle, but that finish is just a smoky. You know, I see a lot of people smoking cocktails. Truthfully, this is kind of like a smoked cocktail without the smoking gun, without any of that. You know, you just have your mezcal. I will say it's a pretty powerful amount of smoke. So if you're not crazy about that, if you say, you know, I really would just like it a little more subtle, then you can adjust this. You can do a ½ ounce of gin and a ½ ounce of mezcal, just so you're adding that little bit of smokiness to it, but it's not a dominant. It's all taste based. I'm sure that would be great as well. I feel like this is a pretty solid combination in and of itself. You know, definitely something worth trying if you have a bottle of mezcal around. Well, that is all of my drink today, so that concludes this one. But remember, if you want to see me complete my journey to get 100 cocktails in the year 2020, click down below, hit that subscribe button, the bell icon. That way you won't miss one. You'll get notified anytime I go to post anything new. So until next time, I want to thank you for watching this, and remember that if this idiot can do it, then so can you. Cheers.